Hi, are you ready to check your work? So let's take a look and see what we have to have in our Task 1, Prompt 1. These are some things that you're looking for. First of all, you are looking for to make sure that you have stated your standard, your central focus, your essential literacy strategy, your related skills, and your reading and writing connection. Let's talk about real quickly about where you find those things. So if you look in the back of your understanding rubric level progression, what Mamaw calls the URLP, you'll find what we call Appendix A. And in Appendix A, there is a discussion up here at the top. You find out that your central focus for you literacy folks is going to be either comprehension or composition. So if you're choosing comprehension, then you're going to look through the essential literacy strategies in this left-hand column and then the related skills in the right-hand column. These are what I call, in a lot of my videos, I refer to as the SSE. The SSE is just the subject-specific emphasis. For you, that would be your essential literacy strategy and your related skills. You might have one related skills or more than one. I wouldn't recommend having three or more than three. Three if they're manageable and depending on your student's age. But one is enough. You just have to have one. So there we have them for comprehension. And when you scroll on down, you also see them for composition. If you choose composition as your central focus, then you can choose these as your essential literacy strategies and at least one of these for your related skills. We also have, at the very end, reading and writing connections. And that is what is looked for in your first prompt when they ask here. So in your first prompt, it's going to ask, describe the central focus and essential literacy strategy for comprehending or composing texts. So you're going to say something to the effect of, my central focus is, and you're going to choose either comprehension or composition. And then you're going to tell what your essential literacy strategy is. And then here in 1B, this is where you talk about, you're going to start talking about your related skills. So you don't really have to talk about your related skills up here in 1A, but here in 1B, you define specifically that essential literacy strategy, the related skills that support that strategy, and then the reading and writing connections. In 1C, you're going to explain how each plan builds on the other. And the best way to do that is to, how does lesson 1 prepare students for 2? How does 2 build on 1? How does 2 prepare for 3? How does 3 build on 2? So you're just kind of going back and forth, back and forth. And then think about these things. How will you use the learning tasks and materials to lead students to independently apply the essential literacy strategy? It's those questions that often get missed by students, the answers to those questions. We'll show you a really good example. Sorry. Okay, so this student, I want you to notice that her task 1, planning, she has a very short statement for the central focus. She has bolded central focus, essential literacy strategy. Then she begins to talk about the standards, how the standards relate to the essential literacy strategy, and then her related skills. See here that she's talking about those. And then in lesson 3, she talks about them again. And then when she gets to this part, I want you to look how much she writes for 1C. And that is because she is really making a strong, strong argument that she has lessons that build on one another. And that is so important for that rubric 1. You look at rubric 1 in your handbook. For this to build on each other, that is a level 3. So that is required, building on each other. It's not something that you want to skimp on, because if you're not doing that, you can't build a 3. And so again, each time they add a little something. Here they're talking about consistent connections, meaningful context, and then when you get to level 5, this is where it's really getting into authentic connections. So you want to really look at your stuff. Always use your understanding rubric level progressions, and take really good use of this information, because this gives you real specific. This is what the scorers use to decide if you have a 3, and if you don't have a 3, is it a 2 or a 1? And then if you have a 3, could it be even higher? So I hope you have a good day, and I will see you soon. What you're going to want to do is to go through this checklist and check your work and see how well you can do. See you soon.